Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of the In the Sim Bin podcast. We got a big week to talk about. I'm accompanied here by Tai Clay every week. Welcome. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Jai. How have you been? That's the question.
Honestly, I've been really good. This week of football has been superb.
Amazing.
We'll get into it in a minute, but the podcast last week wasn't unable to be recorded because we were both on holidays.
Dragons game. I was at the game, mate.
Yep, he went to the Dragons game. So we'll get started here. We almost had a special guest in Genuinely Gaming, the former co-host, but he's really not genuine and unreliable, so he's not here today.
I forgot.
His phone's probably dead or something like that. But yeah, so our structure is the same as the whole time. So we have our quick recap of round 6, around 7 preview, talk about our fantasy teams, play of the week, top 3 players of the week actually, the NRL ladder, and we're gonna have a few side topics after because 2 of these I have to do with games this week, so they'll be with those games, and then we'll have talk about Victor Radley, Latrell Mitchell, and Hetherington, and all their charges and stuff like that. So we'll get started here. We go into the NRL Telstra Premiership app, and on Thursday night last week, 15th of April, everyone was like, "Oh, Panthers hit 60 or hit 70." Oh. And 20,000 people. Yes.
Broncos actually showed up for once.
Yes. 20,000 people attended this game, and I think about 18,000 of them thought that Penrith would have won and won well. But the Panthers, they only won by 8 points, but in the last 5 minutes, it just separated the two.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts of this game?
Okay, so I watched all of it. Flex. But what I thought, Broncos had the whole game. The first 70 minutes was theirs. And then after Nathan Cleary kicked that 2-point field goal, they were back down to earth.
Yeah. It was a very happy game if you're a Broncos fan. I wouldn't be disappointed. The fact, minor premiers last year, grand finalists, they're still at first. They're 2 points ahead of second place, which is South Sydney. But,
nice.
You'd be really proud of that. You'd be proud of the effort.
Yeah.
But we've now seen 3 2-point field goals, which is a nice stat. My standout player this game, I thought, was Tavita Pangai Jr.
Yeah.
What a
he
game
really stood out.
He had that acrobatic try. He stripped and saved a few tries, like the one on Brian Tor. He saved that. It was a standout, that game. But yeah, do you have anything else to say?
Not really, but some of the stats. Brian Toto made 272 run meters. Jermaine Sacco 225. And that's it.
Okay. Well, we move on to Friday. And the games, they were kind of let off. But so the 6 o'clock game, the night 26.
I hate Kalen Ponga.
Cronulla 22.
I just hate Kalen Ponga.
You can't hate Kalen Ponga. He's a great player.
He's a great player, but I don't want him to win when I've got Sharks as my tips.
Yes. Well, did you see the Mawani Harodi try? That was a nice one.
It was a nice one.
I don't know how he stayed in, but he scored.
Yep.
But overall, this game, it was really just Kalen Ponga.
Yeah.
And since it was all Kalen Ponga, let's look at his stats. 2 tries, 2 try assists, 17 runs, 172 meters, 41 post contact, 8 tackle breaks or busts, 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists, 7 tackles. And yeah, that's all I can see there. So he had a stellar game, and I think Ponga's back.
Yeah, Ponga's back in form. He's back. Ponga is back.
But you got to feel for the Sharks. You lose John Morris, and then you have Josh Hannay, and then you get Craig Fitzgibbon.
And then next week they have Craig Fitzgibbon, which
don't make a joke.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on. On Friday night, Melbourne 20 to the Sydney Roosters 4. Me too. Well, it took 79 minutes and 50 seconds for the Roosters to score.
Which was a pretty poor try as well. It wasn't that exciting.
But overall, this game was a pretty big let down. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is game of the round," but I see like two games above it. All right, yeah, I see 2 games above it right now.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say to this.
I
Except
don't have to say.
It was just purple. It was all purple.
Just purple rain, mate.
All purple. Well, this is a very super sad day, and we're gonna probably take our time with this Saturday.
Did I?
Because we do have a few topics. Yes.
When you pick the tip that lost by 36-0, you'd be like,
yes, but that was not my emotion. I was extremely happy.
Yes.
The Mangoringa Seagulls, with Tom Trbojevic making his return, puts a big statement on. And they keep the Titans scoreless in Mudgee.
Yes.
I'd like to point out Ruben Garrick's goal kicking too. That was outstanding. I think he had like 4 kicks from the left touchline. And he kicked all 4.
That's Manly deserved to win.
They deserved that. But the Titans, where were they? Let's look at the Titans players' stats.
I reckon they're still celebrating.
AJ Brimson only had 121 meters. Pearson 97. Ashley Taylor only 27 meters. Ash Taylor only got 5 post-contact meters. His kick meters was 0. He didn't have a kick meter. He didn't kick. No, that's got to be a joke. Fantasy points, the highest player in this team who got fantasy points was David Fafita on 52.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so bad. And the highest fantasy point player in Manly's side got 67, which was Tommy Turbo.
Ugh.
Big gap. And Manly dominate. I knew Manly weren't going to come last. I said in my tips, I mean my predictions, I knew they weren't going to come last.
I knew they weren't.
Did you know that they were going to come last?
No, absolutely not.
Because they're forgetting Tom Trbojevic, who is a New South Wales represent. Before he injured his hammy in 2020, he was definitely top 2 fullbacks. That's his goal. His goal is to reach where Pappenhausen Tedesco is right now.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else to say about the thrashing?
No, I don't.
Well, we move on to a game of excitement, amazement, fury. The South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the West Tigers. Everyone said, "Oh yeah, Rabbitohs 30 plus." And then they only win by 4. But a win's a win. Watch the highlights at the end of this podcast. Watch the highlights if you haven't.
Yeah, well, I'd like to point out that I actually missed the whole first half, which was sad.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing really happened in the first half. Okay, so on my Instagram account, on my YouTube one, on this Rabbitohs chat that I'm in, because obviously I'm a South fan, I said Cameron Murray to score the first try. We look at it. Cameron Murray scores in the 24th minute first.
How did I get in? How did I get in the Rabbitohs chat? What the?
I don't know. Shh, be quiet because it's probably CJ's watching this. Shout out to CJ. And then Tom Burgess. I said, I feel like Tom Burgess is going to cross over the line.
Yeah. No, he saw the hot dog stand in the distance.
And then, okay, let's break it apart. The first 72 minutes, I think it was just Tigers in control. South score. They 2-point field goal off Adam Reynolds. They're back. And then with what's his name?
A high shot by Simpkin. Was that a high shot by Simpkin?
Of Simpkin? No.
On to Adam Reynolds. For that field goal.
No, it wasn't. It was the right call. Definitely the right call. But Reynolds can kick a 2-point field goal from 40 out, but he can't kick a 1-point field goal from 20 out. And he can't kick a penalty goal. But It's okay, because we go to Golden Point on fourth tackle. We're like, okay, Tom Burgess is going to have a good run here. Get maybe like 7 meters post contact to give Reynolds or Mitchell a field goal. He goes straight through a hole. He burns Dane Laurie and puts the ball down.
And then Luke Brooks runs up 100 meters and scores.
And everyone's like, and then buddy Jared Sutton, the worst ref in the game.
No, but he has to call play on because Luke Brooks is halfway up the field. He has to call play on.
I think he didn't see it because of the corner post. I looked at the replay and he was behind the corner post when Burgess.
He was going up to the bunker. And then Luke Brooks was halfway up the field.
And then we see Burgess stretches out and puts it down. And you see Michael Maguire's face. He's like, oh.
Michael Maguire's face looks like it was heartbreak.
If I was old enough, I would have put a multi on. I would put the stake at like $5. You know, if I put the stake at $5, I would have won hundreds of dollars. Because they're two forwards. Forwards don't score that often. I would have got money. But overall, heartbreak from the Tigers. They were the better team. But Rabbitohs, they just step up and are way too classy when they need it.
Yes.
But before we go, we're going to talk about a little subheading. The charges we had this week. So we're only going to go discuss 3 because there were 3 standouts. So Victor Radley, high shot on was it Cameron Munster? I don't know.
It was Cameron Munster.
He gets the sin bin. But Nrl Mitchell, I think that was his. Which one? Because he did so many.
I got a high shot on Dane Laurie.
Oh, I thought it was the what's it called? The Norfoluma elbow. He goes on report.
Oh yeah,
then Jack Hetherington. Coat hanging so hard on who was it again? Valentine Holmes.
It was Val.
Yeah.
He gets sent off.
He gets sent off.
So then, So if Hetherington gets sent off for a coat hanger, why doesn't Latrell Mitchell get sent off for his elbow? That's just my point.
I'm a South fan, and he should have got sent off. But in reality now, Bradley will only miss 1 to 2 weeks. Hetherington probably 2-3 weeks. But Latrell, he will get more, 3 to 4. Yeah. But it's not just because of the elbow, Mitchell. Unintentionally, I reckon, but unfortunately, once he made that break when he just picked up the sideline, just stayed in, very controversial.
He Luke Garner, apparently.
Luke Garner, okay. I think he didn't mean to, because Luke Garner, I think he held it and he had a second nudge, and then Mitchell tried to break out so it could be in the next play.
That's what I think. I think it was harsh.
I think it was very hard done by Mitchell. And I think he left the field straight away after the game due to a personal problem, which is pretty sad. I think his dad collapsed, so I think he got told at halftime actually, which I wouldn't. Look, Then he had to play the whole second half, and I think he was really nervous. He wasn't on in the second half, and I
No.
think it was because of that reason. But overall, the refs ref differently, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've stayed in this game for too long. We have a lot to cover through. So, this game was very. The first half was okay.
Yeah, it was okay, but the second half, Eagles just turned it on, mate. They just ranked it up.
There's like 4 teams in the NRL who are so hot and cold that it's not even funny.
One of them are para.
One of them are the Eels, yes. And the Raiders, they lose to Penrith. They lose to Eels, both 13 plus. I don't know. Something's just not going on right there.
Yeah, something's not going right.
They lost to Penrith by, I think, like 18 plus. They lose to Eels by 25. At home, too. It's very embarrassing. Well, Eels break the hoodoo. Ooh, la-di-da-di-da. Yep. Sunday. Now, since
Well,
you are
no. By the way,
yes.
First off, I'm gonna go to Warriors completion rate. Hear this: 98%, 40 from 41. When do you ever see that, Jai? When?
Never. But the completion rate has been so good against the Dragons. Remember last year, 36 out of 38. So if you put them two together and do the math, they've only made 2 errors in their last 2 meetings against the Dragons. Wow. That is.
Warriors deserve to win.
Yep, they just outclassed them. Roger Tui versus Shirk just outbeat Dufty. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Dufty outbeat two of us a Shek to get that try though, so they're equal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, these two teams are also one of the 4 non-gold teams. It's the Warriors, they lose Manly, and they respond back. Dragons beat the Eels, and they do that. So, I mean, we go to the last game. Now, I can't be bothered to tell you this, so you.
No, I can't be bothered either. I didn't watch it at all.
Okay, Bulldogs 30-18. Send off. Cowboys won 30-18. It was a send off. Both teams are absolutely terrible. That was the worst game I've ever watched in my life, besides the Cowboys beating the Titans 6-4. And yeah. All right, moving on to round 7. Well, we have a few okay games, especially Anzac Sunday. So
yeah,
Thursday night, Penrith against Knights. Knights are already 650. Oh, yeah, I just see Penrith.
Yeah, I just see Penrith. Everyone would see Penrith after going off a win, but they didn't win by much. They have a lot of intensity.
Well, remember, their last home game was against the Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Friday. Gold Coast play the Rabbitohs. Surprisingly, the Titans aren't even above $3. After that performance against Manly, they're not even $3. That's whatever. I just see South here too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all I see. Okay. Eels Broncos. I think it's very disrespectful after Brisbane's last game performance that somehow they're 450. The Titans aren't even $3. Because if the Broncos play like they did against the Panthers, the Eagles played like they did last week, the Broncos win that. Can they win it here though? Do you think they can win it here? I don't know. That's probably another one-sided game. I mean, it's the top 3 teams playing the first 3 games against 3, I guess, bottom 8 teams at the moment, except for the Titans. Okay, Saturday, which is not super Saturday because there's only 2 games, and these 2 games are pretty lousy. Sharks and Bulldogs. Another game that looks like one-way traffic. Do you think so?
I wouldn't say one-way traffic, but you know the team that should win this.
Yep. Definitely. 100%. Cowboys Raiders.
I think I know who's going to win this.
I think it's in one-way traffic again.
Yes.
All right. Sunday the 25th of April. Anzac Day.
Not one-way traffic.
There is games that aren't one-way traffic here. And the first one is the West's Tigers up against the Manly Sea Eagles. And after the Sea Eagles' performance last week, they have to be favourites, and indeed they are.
It's going to be
but
tough.
I think, look, here's my theory. 1 week the Tigers play good, next week they play crap. I think they threw everything they could at South Sydney, and it's well, it is a 9-day turnaround, but personally, I think Manly win, and I think they win well here.
Yeah, I pick Manly, but I pick them comfortably, but not like a thrashing, like 36-0 or anything.
I got them like 18 or something. You'll see my tips video Wednesday or something.
Same. You'll see mine Tuesday, I think. Yeah, mine's out.
Well, this game's going to be a very hard game to tip. 4:05 p.m. Anzac Day footy. Roosters and the Dragons.
Jai, you know who I think will win this.
Take your pick.
Yeah,
Roosters.
Jai, you know who's going to win this.
I got to make my tip when I see the team lists.
But you know who I think's going to win, Jai. You know it.
No Takiaho, no Jared. I can't see them winning without young halves and with 2 of their biggest forwards out. I don't know if I can see them winning.
No.
We'll see on Tuesday. And the last game is Melbourne versus Warriors, but if the Warriors want to put on if they want to throw everything at them,
they can, but they won't.
Can win.
They won't win. It's in Melbourne. Giants in Melbourne.
The Warriors are $6.50. Jeez. Yeah,
you could probably back $10 on them, and if they win, you get $65.
Yeah. Yep.
Gonna be tough.
Yep. All right. Well, lots of one-way traffic. After reviewing that, and now we move on to our fantasy teams. So you go first, and then
Okay, starting with Damien Cook, who got me 55 points. The next player, the guy that got sent off, Jack Hetherington, 16 points. Marty Nichols with 30 points. Cameron with 81 points.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Jacob Host, who got me 34 points. Tom Eisenhuth, who got me 22 points. Now, the Adam Reynolds, who got me 86 points. And then I had Cameron Munster, who got me 69 points. Nice. Zach Lomax, who got me 49 points. Jared Croker got me 18 points. Shadow Carr, who got me 24 points. Dane Laurie, who got me 51 points. Tedesco, who got me 36 points. Jai Arrow, who got me 23. Ravelau got me 48. Kevin Bamalo got me 47. And Remus Smith, to round out my team, got 16.
Well, I'm going to have a dilemma if Radley and Mitchell miss countless weeks, because I'm probably going to have to shift Johnston or probably Leota. Okay. Well, my team. Damien Cook got me 55. I made another trade. I put Tino Fa'asua Malawali back in, and he underperformed. He's probably going to miss a few weeks too. It's so annoying. he got me 33. Totola got me 42. Victor Radley got me 34. Alex Glenn got me 42. Jordan Ricky got me 28. Cody Walker got me 41. Adam Reynolds, who is vice captain, got me 43. Justin Olam got me 24. Stephen Crichton got me 39. Captain Ryan Pappenhausen, who I should have changed, got me 106. Latrell Mitchell got me 69. Dane Laurie got me 51. Sam Walker got me 24. Josh Schuster got me 42. Alex Johnson got me 27. And Moses Leota got me 30.
So what was your total for this week, John?
730.
I got 705.
Ooh. I think I'm winning. I'm just winning.
You are.
Alright, well, we move on now to our top 3 players of the week, and there were some standout players, indeed.
Yep.
Who do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
This week was tough because there was heaps of good players all around, everywhere.
Yes.
My third player of the week goes to Ruben Garrick.
Yep.
Outside option, but he played really well. He played well, got conversions from the sideline, did a lot of stuff. My second player of the week, my second place player of the week. Now this is hard because there's 3 players for second.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to go with Ponga.
Oh yeah, fair.
He played well for Newcastle. Got that winning try in the end. All right, my number 1 player of the week is an outsider. It is Isaiah Papali'i. Now, that's an outsider. He got 2 tries. He also did well with the ball he played well.
He did have a good game. Well, ours is a bit different. Coming in third, I'm gonna give it to what's his name? Tom Trbojevic. He had an absolute stellar return.
Yeah.
He just stirred the team around and he just gave them the win pretty much.
Yeah.
At second place, there is a few in contention, yes. I'm gonna give it to Nathan Cleary. He scored a 2-point field goal. Then he scored a match-sealing try.
But
I know the game was bad, but
my wondering is, if you had him captain in fantasy, how the hell did he get you 248 points? No.
he was good. He was good. That's all I gotta say. And number 1 is Tom Burgess.
Oh no, Jai! Just because he scored a try.
I can't go past it. It's a match-winning try in Golden Point. I can't go past
Ponga
it.
scored a match-winning try.
Was it in Golden Point?
Yeah, but that's Golden Point, Jai.
Was he a forward? But yeah. Them 3 could be swapped around in any way, shape, or form, but
else.
Yeah. Tom Burgess, a lovely player. I'm gonna be watching that try for weeks. Okay, well, we move on to Ampol ladder. So do you want to do top 8 or bottom 8?
I will lovely do top 8.
All right, in 16th is Canterbury with minus 152. 15th is the West Tigers. They're slowly coming down to that wooden spoon spot that I predicted them to be. 14th is the Broncos, who also slide down. And 13th is the Cowboys, big risers. And Manly, even bigger risers, in 12th. In 11th is Cronulla, the first team with positives and the only team with positives in the bottom 8. 10th is the Knights, and 9th is the Raiders.
Okay. 8th is the Warriors after that superb performance against St. George. Shut up. Now, Jai, please do the top 8.
Okay. 8th is the Warriors. With -3. 7th is the Titans with 9. 6th is the Dragons with 36. Roosters at 5th with 78. Melbourne rise to the top 4 once again. They probably will stay there forever and ever and ever. So annoying. With 86. 3rd is Para with 61. Second is the mighty South Sydney Rabbitohs with 87. And first place is who's probably been in first place all year. Yes, they have. It's the Penrith Panthers. 2 points above every other team.
Flex.
Well, that's all we have time for. Do you have anything else to say about this?
No, I don't, Jai.
Well, next week we hope to get a special guest, as we will be reviewing our 7 games and previewing round 8, which is also set to be a nice round. But till then, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Massive thanks to Tai Clay, and we'll see you all next
Monday.
Monday.
See ya.
Next Monday. See ya.
See you guys.